Hello YouTube, my name's Adam, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, but unfortunately you're back with me on another work commute. At the moment this is it's the only time I can get to do a bit of a vlog. I was CPC training all day Saturday, worked away all week, got back Friday night and then had to do CPC training Saturday, so I've only really had Sunday off work, so there was no chance of me getting out and doing anything on the bike. It was absolutely freezing anyway, at least it was dry, but as you can see I have got my heated gear on as well. But I've been doing a bit of tinkering in the old man shed today. I've been wanting to put a better baffle in the bike, and I've been looking at them, and they're around about £40. I bought one before, cheap one, and well, you buy cheap, you buy twice. It was absolutely crap. Didn't do any baffling, looked terrible, looked like it was going to just fall apart in a minute. Didn't fit right, it was too small even though I ordered the right size baffle. Anyway, to get a baffle, quite this exhaust, it's the standard exhaust for this year, this model. The baffle in it brings the it's a 48mm baffle that you need in it, so it's quite a large, you know, exhaust exit, if that's what you call it. Tip of the exhaust quite large, 48mm internal diameter. Reminds me of like one you'd see on the back of a Sierra Cosworth or something, with the rolled lip chrome exhaust sticking about out the back of a rolled lip. Anyway, but the baffle in it narrowed that down to more or less a little bleeding pea shooter thing. So when I first got it, it had like a sort of weird tinny whistle to it. So I drilled a couple of holes in it, well 3 or 4 holes in it, and it sounded better but was never right. So I've been wanting a baffle. Like I say, I ordered that one, it was crap, put it in, absolutely terrible. Running without the baffle is not recommended. Jesus Christ, it's not recommended. I mean, this is loud enough now. But I did have a baffle that came with my Dominator exhaust for the DR, which is a bit larger in diameter, probably about 50mm, and it also had an angled tip to it where my exhaust got a straight tip. For some reason 2 baffles came with the exhaust, both the same. I'm not sure if they're a medium or a hard. I think they're a medium baffle, to be honest. So I ended up actually buying a baffle for the hard baffle for the DR from Dominator. And when I sold the bike, I gave him both a hard and medium baffle, and then remembered, hang on, I've got the old original exhaust, which is on eBay if anyone's interested, in a WR450 or WR250, Suzuki WR350 or 250, original 1991 exhaust, in good condition for its age. Couple little dings in it, but as for corrosion wise, bit of surface rust, but nothing major, and it's in original paint and everything. It's a belter if you want to go back to original. Little bit of filler here and there and sanding down and a respray, like a brand new exhaust. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm talking about. So I decided I'm going to try and do a little bit of fabrication. So I cut a V out of the where the weld was to angle the baffle, cut a V out of there and bent the baffle so it was straight, and then grinded. I haven't got like a you know, anything to sand it down, so I used a grinder to sort of like take a bit of material from the end of the baffle, you know, the circumference of the baffle. You still with me? Basically, I've cut a V in it, I've straightened it off, I've sort of sanded it down using a grinder, and it's gone in. And I kind of like it, but it was loud. I didn't think it was loud when I set off. Sounded alright now though. But this is a medium baffle. But basically it was a bit of a, I mean, it might end up being permanent. If it's absolutely fine, then it's staying in. But I thought before I go out and get and spend £40 having one made, £40–50 by the time you got postage, I'm going to put this baffle in and see what it's like, and see if it sounds better. It does sound better. It proper sounds more like a thumper now. You get that bup, 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 but you couldn't really get it. I watched an old video of my DR up at Kielder Forest, and I know that had a lot quieter engine. These have a, you know, a noisy engine, especially on tickover and stuff. They're notorious for having a noisy engine, bigger engine as well. But WR had a quiet engine, and you can just hear that exhaust note, especially on tickover and low revs, coming through on the videos. I thought that sounds absolutely lovely, and I do miss that exhaust note. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try and replicate that with the WR. And I think we're somewhere near. Probably a bit louder, but I think we're somewhere near. But I've always got the other baffle to shove in, you know, like obviously depending on where you're going in green laning and stuff, might be advisable just to put a nice quiet baffle in, especially if the lanes are shared with cyclists, pedestrians, horse riders, you know, if they're going to be in the vicinity or using the same lanes. And it would make sense to go with a small baffle, the quieter baffle. But if I'm just hooning around, then I like to be noisy. It's just me, I just do. But any sort of like real distance as well, it might get a bit annoying, but I could always have the baffle with me. Take this one out and put that one in. One screw, slide it out, slide the other one in. Quite a snug fit this one, so it might be a bit more than just sliding this one out. But I will get one ordered and buy one if I like it, and I like how it comes across on video. Only seems to be like it really like low speed, if you like, but it seems too loud. If you were behind me, you probably won't like it. But I'm not behind me, so just suck it up. But no, it sounds alright. It's not obnoxious, it's not too loud. Don't know how it's coming across on camera. Like I said, they're not a quiet bike anyway. And our Enduro's meant to be quiet. Nah. I heard one pulled up at the side of the lights, a 690 KTM 690 Enduro R. Oh, it sounded lovely. I think it had like a wings exhaust on it, and I thought that sounds really nice. this is sounding something like it. I'm starting to like it. I am starting to like it. I think I'll run it down these flanks actually, see what it's like with a bit of speed. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Loud exhaust, and I haven't got my ear plugs in, but I always carry them with me. So they'll be going in anyway on a nice long ride. It was idling a bit high as well. Notice that. Idling nice now. Adjusted the idle screw a little bit. Obviously going to be breathing a lot better with this baffle in as well. That little blip, listen to the little blip. Oh, too much. It's that first little... Get her up to 60, indicated 60. Best slow down because it's a 50. That sounds alright, that. That sounds perfect. Oh yes. Be a decent little test for the microphone, that as well, with a bit more speed. Can't tell if it feels any different, but it sounds great. Bikes are supposed to make you smile, make you laugh. This definitely does now. Not that it didn't before, like, but just want to have a whiz round here. Was building here, bloody out more. I don't know if it's industrial or houses, probably houses. Throwing that many up round here. Let's have a quick look. I'll unplug myself from the bike. Tuck that down there, I won't need that, I'm only going see what it's like if you pick that noise up. We have a walk round of the bike. Looks clean today. Basie F50'd it all. When did I do that? Last weekend, I think. Yeah, it must have been last Sunday. Oh no, it weren't. What am I talking about? It was Friday night. I gave it all a wash last weekend, and then Just give it another wipe down and then whacked a load of ACF50 on it. Because all the salt and shit they're putting down. It's a nice looking bike, innit? Love it. And now it sounds good. Right guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little commute to work. I will try and bring you some better content soon, I promise. You all guys stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.